I'm Andy Vanderhoff. Welcome back to Kitchen Wad. On this week's episode, I would like to talk about kids and our nutrition. I want to start off by saying that this topic isn't meant to make any parent feel like they're not doing enough. We already have enough guilt on ourselves that we're not doing enough for our kids or with our kids. So this is not at all the intent of this post. Rather, it's just to educate you and get you thinking a little bit about what you're making for family meals and what you're doing for snacks for your kids and for your families. So first of all, what I want to talk about is why do we cater to kids with kids menus? Let's talk about chicken fingers and macaroni and cheese, for example. When is the last time that you went out for supper with colleagues or other adults and had macaroni and cheese or ordered chicken fingers off the menu? Probably not very recently, I would guess. So why is it that we continually give our kids these things when we go out to eat, or this is what we consistently make for our kids at home? I would imagine that the easy answer is, well, because they eat it, they like it, I don't have to fight with them about it, and they just need to eat something. What I would encourage you to do is to start thinking about what you eat, how your body is fueled well, and have your kids have those same things. I guess the question that I want you to think about is, when are they going to outgrow the tastes of or the preferences of chicken fingers or fries or macaroni and cheese? Plenty of adults still like fries, and of course, in that 10 to 20% of the time when we're eating for joy, that's fine. But what I really want you to consider is they're kids, and when they're given the choice, of course, they're going to choose a Pop-Tart over scrambled eggs. My kids would probably too if given the choice, but you're the parent. You make many choices for them every day. You help them choose what music to listen to, what to wear, what clothes are appropriate, what TV shows aren't appropriate, and the same way help them make good choices about their food. Help educate them, help them to understand that sometimes some food is okay. It's sometimes food. We can celebrate and have cake, but we can't have cake every day. Also, that kind of leads me to, in our district, in our school district right now, we're having some testing. A couple of my kids came home and they said, oh, I had cupcakes, and someone brought in Oreos. I was like, for a test? I can't imagine how sugar crazed those kids were. So think about that when you're giving your kids snacks for test week, when you're packing their lunch, when you're preparing them breakfast. All that sugar is just going to elevate their blood sugar. It's going to have them be crazy and on that sugar high and then come crashing down later. So think about those sustainable proteins, good sources of fat, carbohydrates from vegetables and from fruit, from whole, from things like steel-cut oats and things like that. Also, in terms of getting back to that kids menu thing, some great ways to start introducing new foods to your kids and kind of developing their palates. Just make little changes over time. If you know that they already eat chicken, go ahead and add a little bit of different spice to it. Or maybe, have chicken one evening, and instead of having, your cheesy rice that you normally would have with it, maybe substitute sweet potatoes. So do one familiar thing and then change that up a little bit. Or even just playing with the spices a little bit. Adding in some paprika, or, maybe more of an Indian chicken, adding in, a little more curry flavor. Things like that, just to kind of change their palate and get them used to it. I'm also not saying that you should force your children to eat anything, but at the same time, your kids aren't going to starve. They will eat when they're hungry, and it's up to you as the adult and the parent to make that choice for them, to educate them. Also, they're watching what you're eating. So if you're still eating macaroni and cheese and chicken fingers as a staple of your diet, you wouldn't expect anything else from them. So everything that you do, everything that you eat, they will do the same. So I encourage you just to help them to grow their palate, introduce new foods, and they're probably not going to like them right away, but just as when they were infants and you tried to introduce a new vegetable and they didn't like it, or they spit out the first couple of bites of rice cereal, you kept trying and you kept trying, and eventually they did. And the same way, we just need to teach our kids about different foods, and get them involved in cooking. Help them do the grocery shopping. Once it gets warm out, have them help you plan a garden, care for it. things like that. So I just encourage you to be the parent. Don't give them the choice because you're the parent. Help them to develop healthy eating habits now. Help them to enjoy all sorts of food. Help them to understand when is a good time to eat for joy. And then that other 85-90% of the time where you need to eat to fuel your body properly so that you grow, so that you can do well in tests, so that you have the energy for extracurricular activities. We'll continue on this topic with some other ideas as well. So thanks for watching.